Is Tom Cruise today's Cary Grant? Does Ethan Hunt's wardrobe stand up to even the average James Bond movie? I must admit Tom Cruise was not on my radar for this channel, even though I've made nearly 60 videos, and despite the fact that I actually met and photographed him a long time ago in Shanghai when he was making Mission Impossible 3 there. But in preparing to watch Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, I rewatched Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning and was impressed by his suits, and one in particular. So let's take a look at the kind of discreet wardrobe that perhaps a real spy should wear. But before we meet Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, let's take a look at the world he associates with and the men of IMF and the CIA. They are all suited and booted. It's a room of serious men discussing serious things. There is an assortment of quality grey and navy suits here, with white and blue shirts and neckties. Not one person is wearing an oversized graphic t-shirt, and if he was, he'd be serving them coffee. But I'm just focusing on one of the characters who's only known as NSA, but is played by the wonderful Mark Gatiss. He is a producer and writer, but probably best known as the creator of Sherlock, starring alongside Benedict Cumberbatch as his brother Mycroft. And even though he plays an American here, he has that wonderful British icon of the suit world, the dark grey chalk stripe, nicely paired with a pinstripe blue shirt and patterned navy necktie. And a collar gap. Hi, I'm Michael and welcome to my channel for the love of suits. If you're new here, we find inspiration on how to dress well from the best dressed men on the screen. I drop a new video every Wednesday and shorts throughout the week. Tom Cruise reveals himself unsurprisingly to be the suspicious man hanging out at the back of the meeting room. His charcoal grey unremarkable suit has a white classic diagonal striped necktie, allowing him to discreetly attend the meeting room of similarly dressed men. This is far from his most interesting suit in the movie, as we shall see later on, but it is suitable attire to wear to that situation. And there's a lot to be said for that alone. Dress for the occasion is a good mantra to observe. And here we have one of the highlights of the movie for me. We see familiar faces get back together after years, but talk like they haven't been apart for more than 5 minutes. And all wearing excellent clothing. Simon Pegg's character Benji is wearing a blue double window pane check sports coat. This is an excellent choice of fabric for semi-formal wear. That mix of light and blue dark check means it's going to match almost anything you care to wear. Beneath it, he's wearing a very soft, unstructured, cream-coloured shirt. An open collar shirt works very well with the sports coat for a smart casual look. But you can either dress it up or down by simply either having a shirt with a structured collar or an untucked shirt with a soft collar. He has on a pair of beige chinos. A pair of light neutral pants means you could wear almost any colour on top. So although this combination is not dull, both of these work extremely well. Ving Rhames' Luther, my second favourite Luther, has a textured mid-grey sports coat with pick stitching around the edges of the lapel and soft shoulders. Beneath that he's wearing a warm grey unstructured and interesting but not too busy diagonal grid check shirt. And the pork pie woven hat tops it off. A very casual but cool outfit. If you're enjoying this video so far, please like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. And while you're at it, check out the comments section, we have a fabulous community there. The star of the show is his striking teal suit, tailored by Chris Kerr, a London Soho tailor, well known in the movie industry. It's a 2-button notch lapel 2-piece suit with flat pockets. It's a classic cut for a businessman with structured shoulders. The trousers are straight with no pleats or cuffs. The most outstanding part of this suit is the colour. It's a dark teal which is individual and unique but not ostentatious. He has paired it with a white shirt and matching pattern necktie. It's not the first suit he has made for Tom Cruise, and he says Tom has quite a hand in the design and that he's a very traditional man when it comes to his suits. Straight down the line, no nonsense. So I can imagine that the lining of the suit is probably teal as well. And I noticed the lack of a collar gap here, and I'm betting that Tom keeps an eye on that himself. It's nice to see 3 grown men, though very different in character, sit down for a meeting where they're all well dressed in their own way. And I guess it wouldn't be a Tom Cruise movie if he didn't sport a pair of aviators to complete the look. Picking the right shaped sunglasses for your face is quite important. I've tried aviators and they do not get along with my face. But whether playing Maverick or Ethan, aviators definitely suit Tom Cruise's face shape. And if you really like this suit, you can actually get one made for yourself, made to measure for only £2,000 sterling. Not bad considering the tailor involved. We get a glimpse of the villain Gabriel wearing a white linen suit with light brown suede loafers and a beige long sleeve polo. We don't often get to see Tom Cruise in a vest or waistcoat, but here he wears a grey sharkskin 3-piece suit sans jacket, a Bond favourite. He also has on a select lilac dress shirt with a honeycomb pattern necktie. Well, he's posing as a lawyer, which is why for once I guess he's wearing a 3-piece suit, or at least the vest from the suit. I myself am a featured extra in many movies, and because of my collection of 3-piece suits, I frequently find myself being chosen to play a lawyer. Well, I guess we're never going to see that suit jacket, are we? And where would a spy movie be without our spy master sporting some black tie? This is quite a downplayed black tie suit. There is silk facing on the lapel rather than grosgrain, which is quite subtle, and rather than a bow tie, he has gone for a necktie. So the shirt has ribbing on the front, which is quite traditional for black tie. And again, the cut of Tom Cruise's suit is quite straightforward and traditional. And like a good spy, we see him in action after the event, having discarded the tie. And we see Gabriel again, this time in a cream-coloured suit with a white ribbed shirt underneath and a black ascot. This is a very standout outfit, and even in a crowd of remarkable villains, he is noteworthy. The black ascot being a particularly conspicuous choice. But it is worth noting that his black and white ensemble mirrors his silver and black hair. Your own hair, skin and eye colour are worth considering when choosing an outfit. But when there is a need for some comfort and flexibility, Gabriel is not too shy to dress down, although it has to be said his casual wardrobe is not too shabby. He's wearing a luxurious suede light brown jacket, a pair of grey flannel trousers, with a textured dark red flex sweater underneath, and once again an ascot or neckerchief around his neck. This is a man who knows how to sport neckwear. And although I understand very little about women's fashion, I can't ignore this fabulous three-piece suit that Grace is wearing. It's a particularly feminine cut garb rather than the traditional tailored style suit. It's also tailored by Kerr. It's a brown and blue Glencheck worsted wool fabric, whose colour seems to balance out, giving it an overall grey look. And this is a very fine fabric, allowing the wearer to choose many different colour shirts to go with the suit. The jacket is military inspired, with epaulets on the shoulders, straps on the sleeve cuffs, and a belt tied at the back. It's a long jacket hiding her quite tight trousers. This is fine for women, but an absolute no-go area for men in suits. She has matched that with a white blouse and a halter-style waistcoat. They made over 20 of these for the final action sequence of the movie. So considering Tom Cruise's quite conservative wardrobe, do you think he could be considered a modern-day Cary Grant? Or are his suits either very unimpressive or just overshadowed by all the action attire he wears in his movies? Let me know in the comments as usual, and thank you very much for watching to the end. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you with a new video next week.